Dobra, halo, witamy w 14 odcinku. Ogólnie rzecz biorąc to tak, na streamie na Twitchu zrobiliśmy parę zadań pobocznych. Mamy 3 nowe zadania z wątku głównego i w końcu nauczymy się otwierać zamki. Mamy 20 poziom i dopiero na 21 chyba nawet, czy 20? 21. I dopiero teraz będziemy się uczyć, jak otwierać te zamki, także lecimy z tą fabułą. Agila też się może przywitać. Ona taka czasem cicha jest. Co się dzieje?
Słucham?
Tak gadasz.
Nieprawda.
Dobra, odpalaj to.
Hello again, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I was hoping to see you again, my young friend. Gladwin Moon, Hogwarts caretaker, at your service. First, please allow me to apologize if I seemed a bit unsteady when we last met. I'm afraid I had a rather disconcerting encounter. Although I hear your visit to Hogsmeade was even more eventful than mine.
I suppose you could call it eventful. I certainly wasn't expecting a troll attack.
Oh, of course not. And from what I understand, the village was lucky you were there. In fact, my recent visit to Hogsmeade is the reason I was hoping to bump into you. I could use your help with something. Do you see that curious statue over there? Watch what happens when that light changes from day to night. Now, if you wouldn't mind humoring me for a moment, see if you can remove the moon from the statue. Oh, odd little contraptions, aren't they? It seems the statue vanishes once the moon is removed. Which, incidentally, can only be done at night. Why don't you hold on to that one for now, and I'll explain more as we walk. Ever since that fateful day in the village, those curious statues have begun appearing about the castle. A fair number have been strewn around Hogsmeade. Someone, it seems, is trying to torment me. You see, that day in Hogsmeade, I turned a corner and came face to face with a boggart, or shapeshifter, if you will, which takes the form of whatever scares you most. This one took the form of a demiguise.
A demiguise?
Yes! Terrifying creature that can see the future. Wholly unnerving. I encountered one when I was a lad in Korea. Terrible experience. Those statues are demiguises. The moons, I assume, are an uninspired play.
Ale pierdoli.
Some jackanapes used a boggart to learn my greatest fear and use it against me. I have my suspicion as to the scoundrel or scoundrels responsible. It is my hope that they will slip up and reveal themselves as the statues disappear. That is why I need your help in removing the statues.
Nie.
Why me?
A couple of reasons, frankly. First, your daring do against those trolls in Hogsmeade has gained you a reputation for fearlessness. Second, as macabre and hideous as a demiguise is, most would find my fear of them unwarranted. You, however, have seen how they affect me. I'm at my wit's end, young friend. I simply can't bring myself to go near them. In fact, I know of 2 statues right here in the faculty tower. Perhaps you could start simply by removing them, so I can go about my evening duties.
On taki się wydaje, że a co będę z tego mieć? By pasowało.
Why would I do this? Seems all risk and no reward.
Oh, rest assured, there's very little risk, and there is, in fact, a reward. I will teach you a particularly useful spell. First, you know how to cast a disillusionment charm, correct? You'll want to do that before wandering the tower at night. Next, you'll notice that the door is locked. However will you get in? Alohomora, that's how.
But what about curfew?
Curfew! nephew? Oh, tosh. I sense you're a bit like me when I was your age. Oh, the school was my oyster. And I took advantage of it. Oh, everyone loved me for it. Oh, those were the days. Now, you'll find one statue in the prefect's bathroom and the other in the hospital wing. Good
Perfektum
luck.
mobilu.
Oh, and thank you.
No
O
dobra.
kurde. Bardzo proste są te nauki tutaj.
Tak?
Tak. Takie obkrążenie to potrafię w Zwisie zrobić.
Słucham?
Nic.
Chybany. Teraz to muszę Alohomora.
Podstawowe to jest podstawowe. Chodzisz do kłódki i tyle.
Już myślałam, że muszę jakoś
Nie, to jest
to wyłączyć.
O, tylko 3 zadań, znaczy tylko 3 już w zasadzie nie umiemy, tych zwykłych.
Tak.
To jest to zakazane.
Nie
No
wiem,
dobra,
co ja
podejdź do
zrobiłam,
drzwi.
kurwa, w ogóle. Potrzebujemy mieć po jednym z każdego, chociaż tu,
No,
żeby jak będzie coś, to będziemy mogli rozbić zaklęcie, jak będzie jakiś ten...
Alohomora.
no i teraz użyj, proszę cię skierować, masz obie zabatki ustawione na otwierać zamek, okej.
Nie rozumiem.
Użyj lewego i prawego joysticka, by poruszać iskry i obrócić pokrętła, aż obie zębatki ustawione ustawione są tak, aby otworzyć zamek.
No ale jak to wygląda, jak ma to zamek, bo ja nie wiem.
No drugim joystickiem przekręć.
No dobra, ale jak to ma w ogóle być, żeby to otworzyć, bo ja nie wiem. Rozumiesz, co mi chodzi?
Daj, no wiem. Daj.
Nie wiem, co mam tu robić. Nie wiem, jak to ma wyglądać nawet.
Dobra, to coś się poruszyło. Ale
Well done! You're in. Remember,
no to było
use
ciężkie.
a disillusionment charm
Powiedzmy.
so no one claps eyes
Było
on
się
you.
z tym chwilę
This
pobawić.
is a restricted
To
area
ciekawe
of the
jakie są
castle
kolejne
after all.
poziomy, bo tam widziałem poziom 2 i 3. O. No dobra, próbuj teraz ty.
Nie, bo to mam gdzie indziej.
Ale tu musisz kameleona rzucić. Bo tu są perfekci. Jebany irytak. Rebelią, zobaczmy gdzie jest przeciwnik. O,
Revelio.
perfektów na pewno gdzieś jest. Kurde, księga sobie.
How are your students getting along this year?
Rather poorly, I'd say.
Oj.
We're raising a generation of coddle cape flappers that can scarcely tell the difference
Że na tych
between
najgorszych
Aconite and
wpadło.
Asphodel.
No bo pomyliłam zaklęcia, no co? To jest taki kurwa kozak.
No nie.
No, kozak w necie, pizda w świecie. Teraz dostaniesz pierdol i się skończy popisywanie. Sam nie wiesz, gadasz na mnie. Dobra, kurwa, poszła tu się.
Revelio. Revelio.
How are your students getting along this year?
Rather poorly, I'd say.
Is that so?
We're raising a generation of coddle cape flappers that can scarcely tell the difference between Aconite and Asphodel.
Yes.
Revelio.
Ja pierdolę, co to się kurwa zadziało.
This must be the prefect's bathroom.
Ja w ogóle to robię tak na oślep, no kompletnie nie wiem jak to ma wyglądać, nie wiem co to robić, nie wiem.
No zielona musi...
Gdzie być musi zielone?
Daj prawy joystick chyba, to jest od zielonego. Nie, dobra, ten drugi. Tu się kręci, tak? I teraz musisz czerwonym znaleźć taką zapadkę, żeby to w środku się kręciło.
Ale którą zapadkę, bo ja nie rozumiem.
Wszystko jedno, no po prostu szukasz, tak mi się
Czy
wydaje.
mam to pokręcać?
Tak, masz to pokręcać tak, żeby się też kręciło.
Tak.
Nie, musisz trzymać. No i odkręcać jeszcze znajdziesz tam. O, widzisz, było.
Gdzie niby?
Trochę wyżej. No, niżej.
Makra, będzie cały czas się to włączać?
O, udało ci się. To teraz tylko drugie, no.
Które żyto?
Nie, to już masz. To zielone teraz. Do góry.
Ophelia.
O, już kurwa.
Dobra, nie patrzę tam.
Ophelia.
Syrena sobie wchodziła. W ogóle fajna ładnie. Borys.
Borys szalony, to by się zgadzało.
To by się zgadzało.
Telefon był pewnie.
No, nie ma.
Nawet go kurwa przykryłeś w takim razie. Się na samym nie zostaw to,
No,
ja gram.
no i kurwa, no.
Nie.
Ophelia.
No nie wiem co tam chodzi, bo tam była ta kartka kurwa.
Ale na nim jest ta kartka.
No wiem, ale to może pójdzie zaraz tamtąd, co nie?
No zajmij go trochę.
No czym
Nie
niby?
wiem, strzel gdzieś tam.
Ophelia.
No tak, tutaj Harry Potter brał i ten... Czarze ognia.
Kąpiel?
No to jajo trzeba było tam
Uważaj.
wsadzić. No wiem, kurwa, ogarnij się.
On był perfektem?
Kto?
Portier.
No później. Mógł się tu wykąpać, trzeba było się tu wykąpać.
Ophelia.
Muszę jakiś podrzut. Z tego to do konia strzymał.
Ophelia.
Not at the moment, no. Perils and pitfalls to send them my way, though. Well, I suppose I should begin my rounds now.
I suppose Professor Black knows best, but the students are terribly disappointed about Quidditch being cancelled.
Czemu ona nie może
I
kurwa
have
ruszyć
planned to
dupska
bet a few galleons
szybciej,
on
kurwa tak
Hogwarts.
udaje co chodzi, jakby ważyła kurwa pierdyliard ton.
Ciekawe odkąd.
No od początku, a myślisz, że odkąd?
Może od połowy.
Zmęczący, bo ona tylko tak może chodzić. Jeszcze jak się odwracasz, to tak kurwa wolno to wszystko ona robi. Jest irytujące.
Podstawowych można poprawić to, że można biegać. W sensie tych, wiesz.
Revelio. Revelio.
Nie musisz w tym w kiblu. Tylko w szkle szpitalnym trzeba. Tam to się zaliczyło.
Revelio.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I most please be included.
Get a few galleons on Hufflepuff this season.
Muszę jego tu wywalić.
Ravenclaw?
I know when I hear you need it. And Ravenclaw was
Revelio.
not this year anyway.
I'm partial to Hufflepuff myself. What was that?
What was what?
I thought I heard something. Anyway, I had high hopes for Hufflepuff. I was finally going to learn the Quidditch rules.
It's a majestic sport. Encompasses the whole of the human condition.
Oh, I suppose I should pay closer attention at the next match. Revelio.
I suppose you should.
Czas meczu Quidditcha, który będzie.
Tam on coś chyba porobił. W sensie dyrektor.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Bez kurwa to masz.
Pójdziesz stąd, czy nie pierdolę się.
Revelio.
Zaciął tam.
Może nie, spróbuj po lewej ściance przejść, nie wiem. Nie wiem. Dobrze. Z fartem.
Revelio.
Na samym dole tego nie byłem. A, jeszcze tu jest jakiś chłop. Uj, otwórz ten zamek wejść na naszą. Jak tam chłop stoi.
Hello, Mr. Moon. I have the moons you asked me to collect.
Oh, goodness! You're as fearless as I'd hoped. An excellent start. If we can collect more, it may shed some light on who's behind all this. Of course, I first suspected Peeves. He drove the previous caretaker, rancorous Carp, to an early retirement with his intolerable buffoonery. But that does not explain the boggart in Hogsmeade, does it? No. I am determined, with your help, to discover the identity of my tormentor.
Chyba żebyśmy my to zrobili, jeśli znajdę czas.
I'll see what I can do, but I'm fairly busy. I can't promise anything.
Understood, but I hope you will find the time. In case it matters, I do have something to offer in exchange for your assistance. Now, remember, the moons are only retrievable at night. Thus, I encourage you to use a disillusionment when necessary.
Ile jest tych posągów?
How many statues are there to find?
I don't know precisely, but I've spotted dozens.
Pojebany jesteś,
Seems they're
człowieku?
everywhere I look. You have your work cut out for you, if you were to ever unravel their meaning.
You mentioned offering something in exchange for my assistance.
I did. Once you've brought me enough moons, I'll show you even more powerful forms of Alohomora. Not every lock is as easy to pick as the faculty towers.
Understood. I shall keep an eye out.
I appreciate that. Oh, and I knew you were the one to ask for help. Keep at it so we can solve this mystery.
Alohomora jest mała.
Tylko na poziomie kurwa do
Dobrze,
dupy.
że jakimkolwiek. Dobra, to druga misja. No, o zwierzętach będziemy tym mogli latać. Pewnie. Na zewnątrz.
You can't imagine how inconvenient
No to
travel
idziemy
was
spać,
before
czekam na
I
zdjęcia.
invented
Jak
blue
zawsze.
powder.
Jo, wszyscy wszedł. My jak te żule, kurde, wstajemy.
Masakra.
Welcome, everyone. I see you've already met some of the many beasts we study in this class. Though be advised, none of these creatures should be taken lightly. They are all in their own way dangerous, especially if one does not know how to handle them properly. Now, it seems many of you are out of practice. Let's take some time to review the basics of how to care for a beast, shall we? Miss Sweeting, would you please assist our new student with the lesson today?
Yes, Professor Howen. Hello, I'm Poppy Sweeting. Don't worry about Professor Howen's speech. She over-exaggerates sometimes. All the beasts in class are perfectly safe. Oh!
Miss Sweeting, pay attention, please. The tongue of a puffskein can be a slippery devil.
Yes, Professor. Here, you can practice on Gerald. Just keep an eye out for his tongue. You can use my brush. Just be gentle. Oh, and think pleasant thoughts. I like to think it enriches his experience.
Okej.
Oks. Aha.
That's lovely.
Nie.
I'm sure he feels much better. I think he might be hungry. Would you mind giving him some beast feed?
Już wiemy, po co będzie czwarta zakładka.
What do you suppose the pellets taste like to Gerald? Pudding, I like to think. I think we can safely say that Gerald likes you.
That's good news. He seems very nice.
He is. Kindness is one of his best qualities, right after ambition. And cleanliness.
Good work, everyone. Now, let's make our way to the pens and select another beast. And please, do be careful as you feed and groom them. Miss Sweeting, why don't you show our new student to the Neasels in the farthest pen?
This way. The Neasels are over here.
What? Jakie grube.
Oh, couple of Neasel whiskers ought to get me a few canuts at least. Enough to buy something from Honeydukes. Stupid thing. Oh.
What in Merlin's name are you doing?
Tuss peculiar Poppy. Worried about a worthless little rodent.
Her name is Persephone!
Nie można krzywdzić.
Her name is Persephone.
That's really not funny.
Let's go.
Zapamiętam cię. Tylko się nauczę kawada kadabra. Będziesz pierwszy do strzału?
Those two don't belong anywhere near this class. Poachers in training. Persephone was onto them instantly. Thank you for your help. Let's carry on. Feed and brush the Neasels just as you did with Gerald. The Neasels really took to you. They know a good egg when they see one. As do I.
It appears our time has come to an end. Please close the pens and see yourselves out. Now, where is our new student? Ah, there you are. I would like a moment, please.
Fajne te kubuchary. Ten charakter jest spoko.
Hello, Professor. You wanted to speak with me?
I did. How did you find your first beasts lesson?
I like that.
It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
Good. You seem to understand that when beasts are properly controlled, they can play a vital role in our lives. Some provide us with magically imbued materials, if cared for correctly, which does not include torturing them for whiskers. Well done, by the way. Probably best to let me handle it next time.
Yes, Professor.
They're nearly as bad as the Savagers in Rookwood's poacher pack. Sadly, we're the ones who suffer, stumbling over dead beasts. Terrible waste of resources.
Surely the poachers can be brought to justice by someone. The Ministry, perhaps.
An optimistic idea. Now, why don't we focus on more immediate matters that we can control? Professor Weasley has asked that I prepare some assignments designed to help you catch up to the other fifth years. Be on the lookout for my owl. Meanwhile, I also encourage you to study as many beasts as you can on your own time.
Dobra, idź wygłaskaj ta.
Over here.
Poppy.
Did you need something, Poppy?
Thank you again for saying something to those brutes so that I didn't have to. You were an augury at noon in the desert.
I certainly hope that's a good thing.
It's something my gran and I say. It means that something or someone is a welcome surprise. At least, that's what we decided it meant.
I couldn't stand there and watch them harm the poor thing.
We're of a similar
Ty
mind.
szmula tak naprawdę.
Actually, in light of that, there's someone I'd like you to meet in the forest.
You've intrigued me. Very well, lead the way.
I'd hoped I would.
Poppy, szybciej. Biegiem.
I wouldn't take just anyone there.
Co?
In fact, you're the first.
Co?
Really? Well, thank you, I think.
As I said, we think alike. Pleasant surprise. Quite the weather we're having, don't you think?
Poppy, where are you taking me?
It really is much better if I just show you. Don't worry, we're nearly there. It's just ahead.
Czyli poznamy, kurwa, byśmy już poznali nasz, zamiast miotły, żeby ty
Nasz środek transportu.
Tak,
Stand back.
Nie, to hipogryf miał być, czy co?
tak, no. Ale my będziemy mieli tego drugiego. Jest.
To jest hipogryf. To jest nasz zwierzęta?
Nie.
No będzie miał skórkę jakąś po prostu, tak?
Nie, my będziemy mieli tego, co są niewidzialne.
Please meet Highwing.
Co?
Isn't she just
Niewidzialne, to tylko ta
magnificent?
luna dała.
A, znaczy my też je widzimy.
Go on, introduce yourself to her. But be careful. You must always show hippogriffs the proper courtesy before you approach them.
Pokłoń się.
Czekaj, bo sobie włosy już.
To dostojne zwierzęta są.
I knew it. I don't think I've ever seen a hippogriff take to someone this quickly. You can feed and brush her if you'd like. I come and check on her every once in a while. Bring her pasties, tell her what's going on in the castle.
Podwabiesz.
You wouldn't know from looking at her, but she's a dreadful busybody. So, what did you think of Highwing?
Była wspaniała.
I thought she was brilliant. Can't believe you introduced me to her.
I suspected you two might get along.
Are you the reason students have been seeing hippogriffs flying above the Forbidden Forest?
Perhaps. Did you know that once you earn a hippogriff's trust, they'll always be there for you? I've seen it firsthand with her.
How exactly did you and Highwing cross paths?
It's a longer story, but I rescued her from poachers a few years back. Got her to safety and, well, she was fine until recently. You may have noticed that poachers are something of a problem in the area, so I worry they could get her again. And I might not be there next time.
Professor Howen mentioned the poachers as well. She seemed to imply that we couldn't rely on the ministry to help.
I don't often agree with Professor Howen, but on that, I fear she's right. The poachers' influence is growing. I see them every day in the village, lingering, talking to people. They're up to something. I'm just not sure what.
That does seem strange. Sounds as if they're planning something.
Exactly. I think I'm going to look into it. Find out what's going
Daj
on,
mi ich zdjęcia,
what they're doing.
bo gdzie ich znajdziemy. Przyjrzymy się tam oczywiście.
I think that's a fine idea. Information is power.
And the more I know, the better I can keep Highwing safe.
You seem undeterred. Will you let me know what you find out?
Oh, very well. I will. I should be going, but we'll speak again soon, I hope.
Dobrze.
Możemy wezwać już hipogryfa, czy nie?
Nie, chyba nie. Ogólnie to...
Wyposażenie. Kurde, kiedy go będzie można?
Skąd ja mam to wiedzieć? Człowieku. Gdzie się wykupywało to, żeby móc więcej te na dole takie, co się przełącza?
No, podstawowe.
Czyli tutaj?
Tak, podstawowe. I to pierwsze. Nie, po prawej stronie. I tutaj, bo ja wykupiłem drugie. Nie wiem czemu. Tam było... I to jeszcze trzecie jest tam na górze. I tam to jak wykupisz, to mamy już chyba na wszystkie strony.
Okej. No to jest to. Alohomora 2 i 3. Trzymamy końcu, musimy do miasta, do village się wybrać, ale najpierw to musimy ogarnąć, bo to nie może tak być. Tu mamy... Co byś tu dał?
No tutaj zwykła trzecią zakładkę będziemy mieli do tego, do ataku obrony. W sensie, żeby te bańki z nich ściągać. Możesz to robić w tym. Teraz, no. I tutaj daj każde to zamrażanie takie, przyciąganie.
Co to?
Kontra.
A, to spowalnianie. Dobra, to damy tutaj. Tutaj damy to.
I daj to fioletowe jedno. A to co to było?
I dodamy, no nie będzie. Bok. Żebyśmy sobie zrobili to. I te bony nam będą przydatne do tego.
Możesz dać jeszcze tam. No, dobra. Dobra, to pod którym co jest?
Gdzieś to jest. Nie wiem, dobra. No co? Do góry masz walkę.
No, w prawo.
W prawo masz takie, to te niebieskie.
W lewo.
Żółte. I w lewo masz to.
A, czyli w dół, okej. Góra i dół. Dobra, leć tam do zadania. Na miatle. Mapą będzie szybciej.
Myślę, że tak nie będzie szybciej.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Here I come.
Hello there. Nice to see you.
Revelio.
Jej, zaraz będziesz drugi level.
Hello, Miss Ryan. I wanted to thank you again for your help with Rookwood and Harlow the day of the troll attack.
Serona, please. And I was happy to help. Oh, those two are nothing but trouble. Glad you and your friend were here when they found you.
I am too. You were speaking to a goblin here that day.
Yes, Lodgok. He's a friend.
It seemed as though you were on good terms with him.
I've known him for years. We met when I was waiting tables here as a student, well before I bought the place. He was cordial enough, but we weren't friends then. His mistrust of wizard kind ran deep.
But you're friends now.
We are. Hadn't seen him in years when he came in a few months ago. But he recognized me instantly, which is more than I can say for some of my own classmates. Took them a second to realize I was actually a witch, not a wizard. Not all goblins are like Ranrock and his loyalists. Lodgok is as worried as the rest of us about what's been going on.
In that case, I'd like to talk with him. About Ranrock in particular. Where might I find him?
I assume your interest is to do with the rumors I've heard about Ranrock working with our friend Rookwood.
It is.
If he's not here, you might find him doing business at the Hog's Head. He's a trusted metal trader. You should mention that we spoke. He can, understandably, be wary of witches and wizards. Even ones as young as you. That said, if you're looking for information on Ranrock to help rein him in, you'll find an ally in Lodgok.
Miała taką dziewczynę, w sensie jesteś facetem, masz taką dziewczynę, jesteś
Thank you,
wśród kolegów,
Serena.
porozmawiasz
If you
z
find
dziewczyną
Lodgok,
i to jest faktycznie dziewczyna,
please
no
give
i
him my
mówisz,
best.
nie wiem, tam, pa, kocham cię, a chłopaki...
I don't know what you've done to make such powerful enemies,
Biegasz z facetem?
but please, watch your back.
Rebellion.
Zobaczmy jak Kedala, bo zachowuje się dziwnie.
No dobra, no nie dopracowali tego, tak? Nóż zajebał pod stół.
Właściwie.
Ale patrz, chujowo je, ale zobacz jakie jest kurwa detale są drewna tego stołu.
Stół, tak, o, macha do nikogo.
Dobra, ale detale stołu są mega. Palicho.
Ale zachowuje... Przyjrzyjmy się innym tutaj sytuacjom. Tu pani też jakiś problem ma ewidentnie ze sobą.
Będzie chyba najśmieszniejszy odcinek przedstawiony.
No ewidentnie, coś jest z nim nie tak.
Chyba go będzie trzeba promować.
Wish I had the courage to go into the forest.
To jest zadanie poboczne.
A ona rozmawia z nikim.
O, faktycznie.
Z tłumaczem bardzo zawzięcie, ale nikt tam nie siedzi. Tu Państwo też rozmawiają niby ze sobą, ale jednak ona się
Może my
patrzy...
tego nie słyszymy.
Ale ona się patrzy tu, a on się patrzy tu. No więc nie wiem, czy tak ze sobą rozmawiają, na pewno nie idzie im jedzenie. Bo im nie smakuje. O, już wiem, z kim ten pan tu rozmawia, znaczy ta pani. Z tym panem tu. No to pan już jest lekko zachwiany.
Troszkę mu się...
Wish I had the courage to go into the forest.
To jest zadanie poboczne. Ale nie chcemy go. Robimy główne.
Pani Klementyna. Mogę coś tu zajebać?
Revelio.
Ten pan to ma niezłą imprezę tutaj.
Dobra karta.
Pół na 10. Czemu nie?
Rebellion.
No ogólnie nawet społeczko te domki są No, kiciulek, kiciulka oczywiście musimy ginąć.
Can't imagine how muggles get by without magic.
Poziom nie dla nas niestety. Dlatego myślę, że tutaj przyjść się
Revelio.
będziemy mieli jakieś ślady, bo tak teraz będziemy biegać, potem znowu będziemy biegać.
Hello. Good to see you outside the castle.
You too, Amit.
You think knowing spells would
Welcome to the Og's Head.
Revelio.
Any empty seat is yours.
Tu jest ten do zebrania w nocy. Więc możemy zrobić tak. Tak. Tak, tak.
Mine now, demiguise.
Can I help you with something?
Hello, Lodgok. Serona said I might find you here.
She did she? Did she send you with news?
No, actually, I wanted to speak with you. It's about Ranrock.
Now I remember. The 3 broomsticks. Day of the troll attack. You're the student he's after.
I am, and I need to know what he and his loyalists are up to, so I can stay a step ahead.
Let's say I did know. Why should I trust you?
Serona said our interests may be aligned. Perhaps she was wrong.
Well, if Serona believes we have common goals, then it is possible that we can trust each other. Very well. I may know of something that could help us both. A way to get Ranrock to confide his plans to me.
I'm listening.
Years ago, a heinous witch stole a sacred goblin relic. Rumor has it that it now rests in her sarcophagus, in a tomb accessible only by wizard kind. Ranrock and I had a falling out a while back. The relic could well repair the chasm between us.
If I retrieve the relic, how do I know you'll tell me the truth about what Ranrock says?
We will have to trust each other. I, that you will not abscond with the relic, and you, that I'll share what I learn. Gather whatever supplies you may need, and meet me near the witch's tomb.
Revelio. Confringo. Descender. Accio.
kończymy. Jest tutaj, tak jak powiedział nasz kolega Langok. Zdobędę zapasy, jak potrzeba i spotkamy się z nim koło grobowca. Pewnie sobie żadnych zapasów nie potrzebuję, więc wtedy spotkamy się koło grobowca. Tak czy tak, widzimy się w kolejnym odcinku. Cześć!